Hello and welcome to Totem, Tales of the Motherland. Today's story takes us into the heart of the motherland, in a place near the west coast where century-old traditions have shaped and defined the cultures of many populations. We delve into a classic that has stood the test of time and that remains an all-time favorite among African folklores. Subscribing and commenting below helps us continue to provide you with these amazing stories. Thank you for doing so, and let's begin. Karibi's Gold. Once upon a time, in the countryside located 2 days away from Timbuktu, was a large village filled with farmers who labored all year round to grow crops such as millet, sorghum, yams, and many other local food staples. Children in that village loved to play mankala games, nzango games, or even chasing some lost Euromastics or other animals. The children's mother would be cooking tatali, aboboy, and other delicious dishes while visiting with each other, singing and laughing. Yes, it was a pretty simple yet fulfilling life in 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿, this big village nestled on the west coast of the motherland. Everyone seemed very happy with that simple lifestyle, and most people found great joy in working the land and reaping the benefits of their hard work. Not everyone worked hard to earn a living, though. Not Karibi, the laziest man in 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿. Karibi did not want to work. He just sat around all day, and he remained poor because he did not tend to his field and he left them to die.
Working the land takes too much time and energy,
he often complained. One busy market day, Karibi was lying down under a mango tree, gazing at a crowd of merchants and buyers haggling over the prices of kente cloths, cooking utensils, foods, and many, many more items. Karibi vaguely gazed at them, and he complained once again.
So many people with so much gold, and I don't have even one cowrie to my name. Meanwhile, all I want is gold. Oh, if only I could have gold without doing anything. Oh, how happy I would be,
Karibi said. As soon as he uttered those words, a genie appeared next to him and startled him.
Karibi, I heard you.
Karibi jumped in surprise.
Wait, how do you know my name?
He exclaimed, forgetting that genies knew everybody's names. The genie simply chuckled and said,
You want gold, you said. I can give you lots and lots of gold, Karibi. But in exchange, each one of your children will come to this world carrying that gold on them. Are you willing to do that? Think carefully, because indeed you will have gold, lots of it. But you and your children will be very unhappy.
Karibi thought about it for a short moment.
If my children could be like rich people's children and wear gold on their ears and in their hair, how on earth could that be a problem? Surely this genie didn't know what he was talking about. How can one be miserable with a lot of gold? After all, Emperor Mansa Musa himself had more gold than anybody could count. And as far as I know, he seemed pretty happy. Yes,
Karibi finally answered.
I am sure. I want to have a very large amount of gold.
All right, the genie simply replied with a sad look on his face.
Consider your wish granted.
On that note, They shook hands and Karibi spat on the ground while doing so to seal the deal. When Karibi went back to his crumbling hut, he found a large chest sitting inside. He opened it and he saw that it was filled with gold coins. What a miracle! What a joy! He marveled at the thought that all this gold was his. He was rich. He was very, very, very rich.
Ah, life is good, he said. Life is very good.
A few months later, Karibi's wife gave birth to twin boys. One of them had a piece of gold over his left eye. He was half blind. The other one had a piece of gold on both eyes. He was totally blind. The year after that, Karibi and his wife welcomed a third son. This one had a pile of gold coins under his left foot, causing him intense pain and a severe limp. Shortly thereafter, another set of twins were born. One child had gold coins in his ears. He was deaf. The other had a big gold coin on his tongue. He was mute. Another set of twins were born 2 years later. One of them had a gigantic plate of gold on his back, which made him bend halfway, while the other had large gold plates on each elbow. He could not bend his arms at all. And so it was that all of Karibi's children were burdened with a load of gold at birth, and they were miserable because of it. Karibi sure got his gold, lots of it indeed, but at the expense of his children's well-being. Gold everywhere, and yet not a glimpse of happiness. One day, while sitting under a papaya tree in front of his new mansion, Karibi was looking at all his children. He felt so sad and so miserable that he started to cry.
My children, oh my poor children, what have I done to you?
He thought as tears started rolling down his now well-fed cheeks.
I would do anything to change this,
Karibi managed to say between sobs.
I would give away all the gold I have to see my children healthy and happy. Oh.
Suddenly, the genie reappeared before Karibi.
Karibi, I feel sorry for you. You are a loving father after all. I believe you deserve another chance. I will take away the gold from your children's bodies, along with all the other gold.
Just as the genie said those words, something amazing happened. The gold fell off Karibi's first two sons' eyes and it vanished. Then, the huge gold plate on one of the twins fell and disappeared too, followed by the gold in the ears and the tongue and the elbows and the heel. All the gold that was burdening Karibi's children was no more.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much.
Karibi rejoiced, with his arms stretched towards the sky. His children were healthy. They were strong. They were happy. What a glorious day. He and his sons immediately went to get some tools, and together they happily started working the land. They worked diligently and happily. They sang while they worked. They laughed and they danced while they worked. His family had the best fields and the best harvest in recent memory. They prospered and they became one of the wealthiest families in 𝐸𝐸𝐻𝐾 and beyond. Karibi learned that no amount of gold could replace the joy of a healthy life, and that with hard work, he could provide for his family. Indeed, he learned that true riches are found in good health and abounding love, not just gold. The end.